to the Teen Life Podcast. I'm Karlie Duke, and it is a very special Christmas episode with Tobin, Caleb, and an extra special guest. Nino's here with us today. Welcome, Nino. So if you haven't heard yet, Nino is a new executive director of Teen Life. And so we thought the perfect chance to christen him into the Teen Life Podcast was with some Christmas spirit. And so, well, first of all, Nino, before I get into what we're doing today, do you just want to give a brief intro if no one's met you before? How would you introduce yourself?
Sure. My name's Nino Elliott, and thrilled to get to be a part of such an incredible organization as well as such a fun podcast. And background is full-time ministry for a long time, and then have been in the fundraising world. And so now getting to land here, part of that ministry time was always centered around teens and kids. And so now getting to jump in with that with Teen Life is a dream come true to come back to those roots. And so thrilled to get to be here and hang out with you all today.
And we're really going to the deep end here for for your first podcast episode.
Right? I feel like it.
Especially with what we're doing today. In the past, we've just kind of had conversations about favorite Christmas things. Tobin tends to rain on the parade a bit every year.
You don't rain on anything. You just have an opinion.
It's true. You're entitled to it, even if it's wrong. But this time we kind of have a little different plan going into it, where we have been given 5 categories.
Yes.
5 Christmas categories. You explain it, because this is
It's your
this
thing.
is Karlie's brainchild. So,
Well, I'm excited about it. So I wanted everyone we're going to snake draft our ideal Christmas. So everyone was given 5 categories. They can pick the order in which they draft those categories. And we're about to draw to see who gets to go first in the order. If you've never done a snake draft, if you're not a fantasy football person, we'll start with 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 will go again, and then we'll go back the other way until we've drafted everything. Our categories that we labored over because I wanted to make sure they were the right ones are character, song, movie, food, and tradition.
Yeah.
And so I think it's going to be a good time through this. We'll talk about some Christmas favorites, and hopefully maybe you might even get some ideas for what to do with your family. But let's start with the drawing. So who wants to go first? I'll go last. I don't know what these numbers are, but since I did them.
I'll go. I don't know what I want.
I think everybody just grab one and then.
I drew a 4.
Oh, okay. Caleb's 4.
I drew a 1. This may not be good.
It's like, I do not want to go first. Okay, I'm third. So.
Which leaves me as second. The pressure is on me.
No
now.
doubt.
Yeah, that's kind of the worst one.
Right? How hard to start.
I've done zero prep for this because I just figured I would sit here and just kind of go with how I feel. So
Yeah, go
You're
with
just
the
going
gut.
on vibes.
yeah, I'm going on vibes here today. So
And I'm picking category.
So you can go any category.
Okay.
Any of the 5 categories,
Yeah,
and you
then,
get to make
we're
your
not
first
bound to whatever category you start with.
Gotcha.
pick. Yes.
Oh, I see. So
Yeah,
we can go
so
wherever.
there's some strategy.
I just get to go
Mhm.
first and talk about what that is, and it might steal one of yours.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
And then we would have to
It's
pick
off the
something
board.
else.
And you're not allowed to talk. Yeah,
No.
very good.
Yeah.
I like that.
And also at the end, we'll post, if you want to follow on our social media channels, we'll post everyone's Christmas all together, and then you can vote on who you think chose the best Christmas overall.
Yeah,
I
it'll
just-
be a clear winner.
no, it's gonna be me, so.
Probably, probably don't even have to vote to know I won. So.
All right. So if I'm going to go first, movies are a big deal in our family, and I'm going to take it the easy way. And it's hard to pin down just the one, and my kids will probably laugh at me, but my all-time favorite Christmas movie that I get to watch, and I have to watch by myself most likely, and there's a lot, is The Muppet Christmas Carol.
Oh,
that's a good one.
That
It's
is
fantastic.
such a good one.
The music is awesome, and
that's
the
a
way
good
they
one.
tell the story, Michael Caine, Kermit, it's just it's a good feel-good thing for me.
that wasn't one of mine, but it should have been. Now that you say it, I'm mad that I A, didn't think of it, and then B, that you said it.
And I'll be curious where
good
y'all land with those, but because I'll probably say the same thing about what y'all say.
Right.
But if I'm going to pick one, that's the one I'm always going to
Muppet
watch.
Christmas.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to start with character because I'm going for gold.
Wow. Okay.
Meaning, I have to pick Jesus.
Stop.
Okay.
Okay, off the
Stop.
table
All right.
now.
That's crazy. You're losing.
I just
Did you just say I'm losing?
Yeah.
you really had to go there. Like so oh my, okay.
I meant my movie was the Nativity Story. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
We're gonna get the spiritual.
this is the most Karlie Duke thing ever. Like the goody two shoes teacher.
Yes.
You forgot to give us our quiz today.
Very
Like
good.
When you're voting,
I just
do
feel
not
like
fall into the guilt. Do not fall into the guilt trap. That is, it's okay to not vote for Jesus.
it's
It's
not
very
though.
full
It's really
character.
not.
that's
Like,
a
it's
that's
okay.
a soundbite right there.
Well, in this just one outlier case.
Golden
Man,
is-
I really thought to myself when I was thinking how I was going to handle this situation, like I was like, I could totally be a villain and just come in here and like take White Christmas from you and like
How dare
do
you?
all kind but I've never seen White Christmas, so I can't really say that. Yeah, I haven't been
You're not
invited to
missing
the Hatchett tradition, so
This year, Tobin.
yeah, no, thank you, I'm good. I think for mine though, the very first thing I want to do is for tradition. In activity, my favorite part about the holidays is when everybody goes to bed and I have alone time to put the gifts together and just have some chill before the crazy. So it's
That's
a
your
good
favorite
thing.
tradition?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is a good one.
Time to myself to get Christmas set up while everybody's asleep.
And it puts you in the spirit, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some sort of spirit.
I mean, it's a good answer. Yeah. It's very like,
I'm on board with that, Tobin.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a total Scrooge answer. So
I'm not a total Scrooge.
I
I'm
haven't
like,
had kids, so I still have the merriment of going to sleep and being like, ooh.
because you have parents who still
Yeah,
buy you
that's it.
Christmas presents.
Yeah.
Because my mom still has a stocking for me.
You're not the parent yet, so
So, woo. Okay. For favorite Christmas food / dessert, I have to go like Christmas sugar cookies
Okay.
are just the best for me. And
Mhm.
I was debating putting it between like activity and dessert because part of the Hatchet Christmas is we make the sugar cookies,
Sure.
but that's not as good as eating them. So
True.
I have to stick with the sugar Christmas cookies as the best dessert. Best movie. And it's changed over the years. Okay? Because I used to love whenever we drive to like Colorado or wherever we were going for Christmas, we'd have like this tiny like CRT that we'd plug in and that we'd play VHS and I would watch Jim Carrey's A Grinch Who Stole Christmas.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Yeah.
also
On
that's like the
repeat.
fourth time y'all have explained about the CRT television on the way to Christmas.
It's important to us.
Like, yeah.
It's a long
important to
drive.
us,
Because that's
and
also
long
what was the
drive,
other one.
Tobin.
Was
And if
the-
this
what was
is
the
some
long movie
listeners-
Parent Trap? Was that what it was?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Nice.
It's a staple. And so if people, this is their first time, Tobin, they
Yeah,
need to
I'm just
know.
saying.
But I'm going with It's a Wonderful Life.
Wow.
Love that.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
That is surprising to me.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I used to have no emotion, but like, man, at the end, I tear up a little every time.
Yeah, of course.
That's
When
my
all those
stepdad's
people
favorite
show up
movie.
George Bailey.
And they're there for George.
yeah.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
It just warms the heart.
Oh, is it back to me? It's back to me, isn't
Yeah.
it? Okay. I think I'm gonna also go. I'm gonna go character because this is probably the one legitimate like Christmas thing I'm gonna have. I'm gonna go with Buddy the Elf for my character,
Mhm.
Nice.
just because he's like the one Christmas thing that I'm like every year. It makes me happy. So
It's good.
yeah,
It's a good movie.
The one thing a year.
not
Yeah.
the one thing.
That's
Like,
what
I
you
just-
said. That's
I
what you
know I
said.
can count on it. I know I can count on it.
Okay, I'm gonna go movie next. Even though now I feel like I'm in the clear because Tobin already said I'm in the clear. But it has to be White Christmas.
Man, I really wish I would have played the villain. That would
You
have been
should've.
hilarious.
I know.
That would have been great content
That-
if I was just like White Christmas.
That would have been so rude. But I feel like I've talked about this on the podcast
Yeah.
episode. That also could have gone under tradition because me and my dad go every year and watch that Downtown Grapevine.
Yes.
That's so sweet. There's just something, I cry in that movie every time. The music, wonderful. It's just,
Is there more music than just White Christmas?
yes.
Sisters.
Come on.
Is that where Sisters
Snow.
comes from?
Yes.
Oh, I know that from SNL, not from White Christmas. But
Oh, okay. It's a wonderful movie. It's funny. There's some love.
Yeah.
I might have to
Feel good.
rewatch it. Last time I watched it was like senior year because like I got drugged to the tradition, and I was just like, what is going on?
You remember how the other day I told you that you and I get along because me and your brother are very similar?
Yes.
This is another example. So
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't see. They're just singing and they're stuck at like this hotel.
Yeah, but there's no snow, and they need snow.
Caleb,
Yeah.
we'll just
Gee, I wish I was in the army.
So that's the
Hello?
plot. Man,
Yeah.
I wish there was snow.
we should just whenever they
They're
go to
dreaming
that
of a white
this year,
Christmas. It's the whole
you and
thing.
I can just go to Arby's and get a meat mountain and have a better time.
Yes.
So yeah.
Deal.
Mm.
I'm in.
You know,
Back to
I
me
think it's
now.
you.
Yeah,
Mhm.
back to me.
And you get to do.
Dude.
Two?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Giddy up. All
I'm
right.
getting the snake draft down.
Yeah. So I will go. I'm going to go character, and I'm going to stay where Caleb was floating with his movie, because my favorite took me a while to find his last name, but it's Clarence Oddbody,
Oh, okay.
the angel from It's a Wonderful Life.
And when he gets his wings.
Yeah. Every time a bell rings, it's Clarence, and his last name's Oddbody. But his little character, just the old man that he is, I think there's something about him that reminds me of maybe my dad. I don't know.
Mhm.
And just there's a sweetness and a goofiness and simplicity about him. So, and then my second coming out of that, I'll venture into the food aisle. I'm gonna cheat because it probably starts with Thanksgiving, but it ends with Christmas. I never eat cranberry sauce except for, and I really like it. It's one of my favorite things, but I never think to buy it, and I know it's in the stores. But man, eating that with some ham or turkey, and dressing.
Are you
so
talking about
good.
like the canned?
I like it
gelatin?
out of the can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like with the ridges on it.
Yes. Oh,
No, that was spot on.
that's so good.
I'm not sure if I've ever had that.
Mhm.
I don't think I have. But I mean, that's part of probably what makes it so sweet. Twice a year.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe that is right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Savor it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to stick with food. Well, I'll ask a clarifying. Stop cheating, Caleb, and looking at my list.
Whatever.
I want to ask a clarifying question of how specific do I have to be? Because can I take pie in general,
No.
or do I have to commit?
Yeah.
We need
You
Yeah,
specific.
you gotta be
Specific.
specific.
Okay, then I will take apple pie.
Okay.
I'm going to take apple pie. My mom makes an apple
Very
pie
good. I'll give you that.
every year, and it's one of those things that you don't
So good.
just have apple pie. I feel like, I mean, you can, but there's something that makes it so much better at Christmas time.
Hmm.
I
That
asked for it one year for my birthday. It wasn't. It was tasted just as good, but yeah, it was
There-
something
yeah.
about it being on Christmas or Thanksgiving. It was better.
You're not
When
dipping
you're like-
a cookie in it, I
Yeah.
guess, maybe.
yeah,
A Christmas cookie
Fair.
in it.
Yeah.
that's so
Mm.
fair. And I'm a dessert person though. I like Christmas food, fine, but it's all about the dessert, and that is the one that you have to have every year.
I feel like
Yeah.
I need to get on this magical Stacey Hatchett pie list. Like she's like Tom Cruise, where like you have to be on the list to get the special cake every year.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise, like
It's a labor of love. I've tried to make it one time, and I was not near as successful as mom was.
I've had a bite of it one time, and it was I don't even love apple pie, and it was great. So
That's so good.
I'm gonna stick with food too. Mine's simple: Reese's trees.
Oh,
I forget how much you love Reese's.
I do love Reese's,
What
and there's
was
something
that,
about.
I'm just not a Reese's fan.
Man,
Oh,
we should have asked that in the interview process.
Yeah,
So,
sorry.
Yeah.
Wow.
Truth comes out. Keep going.
There's something about the special shapes because like the eggs are the best ones,
Yes.
but the
Mm.
trees are the closest thing to the eggs, and so the peanut butter to chocolate ratio. This is the dorkiest Reese's conversation ever, but yeah, Reese's trees.
No, that's
Pumpkins
fair.
are good too, though.
it's because there's more peanut butter, less chocolate.
Yes.
I just finished my last like case of Reese's eggs last week, actually. So
And now it's back to me, and I am going to go with a tradition / activity of. It's not one that we really did growing up, but it's one that I've always enjoyed when I've done it. Is making gingerbread houses.
Oh.
Having a competition going, in college and stuff like that. Whenever like friends had Christmas parties, like that's what we do. We'd make gingerbread houses. You post it on social media. You have people vote for it, and that's a lot of fun. Gets my competitiveness
Mm.
going, and it's fun. It tastes terrible. Like
Yeah.
I don't taste like cardboard. You might as well just build a cardboard house. But that's a lot of fun. And then like two, I know families get like real competitive with it and will like plan like weeks in advance on how their gingerbread house is going to look. It's crazy. It gets intense out there. So that's going to be my tradition activity.
Hang on though, but do you buy the gingerbread house pre-made or do you make your own?
Well, you have the option, right? Like in my best scenario, as this kind of evolved, throughout the years that I did it, like college and things, is like it started out just the kit, but then it has evolved to where like as we're planning it out, you can get multiple kits. You can get as many gingerbreads as you want.
Gingerbread mansion,
Yes,
if you will.
yeah,
Okay.
but it's a skill though because it's not very structurally sound. So
that's fair.
it is a skill in of itself. And then, see, now I have to get really to the nitty gritty because I'm going to have the last choice after this. And I'm going to take the song off the list. And for me, it's the 12 Days of Christmas by Reliant K.
That was
got it.
That was
By
literally
Reliant K
that was
specifically.
one of my 2 short list songs.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
And
That was number 1.
they take a song that nobody loves,
Yeah.
if we're being honest, and have made it into maybe one of the best.
I bet you Chris Hatchett loves it. So
No
What's a
one
partridge?
loves Christmas music.
That's
music
true.
as much as Chris Hatchett,
he probably already has it playing.
for sure.
Yeah, Reliant K.
one of my
That's good.
best memories of leading worship ever was one Sunday, one Christmas Eve. I got asked to sing that
Yeah.
for the opening of service, and I was like, "Yeah,
It was so fun.
yes, I will do that."
That was
And
great.
it was like,
It's so
I think I missed my calling of being in a pop punk band.
Yeah.
Okay, I will stick with song 2. And I think it's the easy way out, but I'm gonna go with the Vince Guaraldi Trio Christmas album. It's kind of like the Charlie Brown stuff. So it's not really Charlie Brown, but it is Charlie Brown. So, but
like the piano, like
yeah,
okay.
Christmas Time is here. Skating in ice. Well, it's like a skating song or something like that. It's called, but it's a jazz album, and I used to love.
Hang
playing
on,
the
I
jazz.
couldn't pick pie, but you can pick a whole Christmas album.
You may pick one song. Okay, fine.
You
Good,
guys
Karlie.
do
I'm
the
good with
album.
that.
Yeah, thank you,
Yeah,
thank you.
that's fair.
I'm
That's
just
fair.
saying, I feel like we should be
I gotta pull
consistent.
up
Fair is fair.
I think if I'm going to pick it, it's going to be the skating song, which is the one that plays whenever they're skating on the frozen
Mhm.
lake. Because
Okay.
it's just a great jazz song.
Mhm.
So,
Okay.
Can you insert a clip right now?
Yeah.
but yeah, I'll do that in post. Yeah,
Oh,
Hope
please
we don't
do.
get demonetized.
we have to do. We can only do 10 seconds
Yeah,
because
less
otherwise
than-
we'll
less
get
than
hit.
10
Yeah,
seconds.
copyright. So,
Okay, my tradition, I'm going to take doing stockings on Christmas morning. Like, I just love I'm an adult, but I still love, there's something about a stocking and an unwrapped present. We don't wrap. I don't know. Have we talked about this? Is anyone team wrap Santa gifts or stocking presents? I know people that do that. They wrap each individual thing that goes in a stocking.
my stepmom does. Yeah,
That seems like it takes way too much time.
Wow.
Anyways,
And then they put it in the stocking?
Yes.
But the stocking in itself is like a little gift
thank
bag.
you. I know.
my stepmom
Like-
had
yeah.
like when my stepbrother was little, she bought like 40 rolls of the same Santa wrapping
Yeah.
paper, so that way all the Santa gifts had the same wrapping paper his whole like childhood
Wow.
life.
Wow.
That is
She really
commitment.
thought
That is
ahead.
commitment.
Yeah. I call it crazy, but yes.
I don't have time to wrap like the little bitty. And usually they're small gifts, but there's, like I said,
Yeah.
there's just something fun. And our mom still does stockings for us as adults
Yes.
because she was traumatized as a child
Mm.
of not getting a stocking one year. And so there's just, I don't know, that's something that's really fun that as a mom, I plan all the Christmas gifts, but there's those things are
Yeah.
just for me. And it's always a surprise and you never know
Yeah.
what you're going to open in that little stocking.
All right, I'll stick with the tradition side of things. And I think this would be a tradition. Most people usually balk when I say this is what we do, but we have always opened our presents to each other on Christmas Eve. Like we'll do Christmas Eve service, and then we all go to the house, we'll have dinner, and then we all get around and everybody hands their gifts to each other,
Mhm.
and we open those gifts. And then Santa comes the next day with the other great stuff.
Okay.
So just Santa on Christmas morning.
Yeah.
That's the family I married into. That's just not what we did
That's
growing
blasphemy.
Blasphemy. See? That and Reese's kind of get me in trouble usually. And then, man, Kayla, that was so good. That was my number one on songs.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So I'll go kind of more back to my 80s roots. And I love Daryl Hall and John Oates' Jingle Bell Rock.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
That one, I don't, it gets played a lot, but I don't always get too sick of that particular song.
Mhm.
And it's fun to play either on the guitar or the piano. I mean, those are kind of fun things too. So
I think, okay, so my last one is Christmas song.
Uh-huh.
And this was really hard because I like Christmas music, but I like several things. But I'm going to go Joy to the World, the Pentatonics version. Mostly because you just gave me the biggest eye roll, Tobin. That is so
I
rude.
really think you're winning.
It's so rude.
Sorry.
My son loves that song. And he also brings up a good point of why that's only a Christmas song. And I feel like that's maybe a little fair. But there's something about
Wait, who
Pentatonics.
does?
Sawyer.
It's like, why can't we play this year round?
Yeah.
Why can't the world be joyful year round?
Yes.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And I feel like
Yeah.
that's a fair question. But the Pentatonics version specifically brings an energy that is fun.
What do I have left? I have left movie, right?
Yes.
No one's going to choose movie because I don't watch Christmas movies. This might be the one that in Home Alone, they're only two that I really watch, but I have to choose Jingle All the Way.
Oh,
Schwarzenegger?
okay.
Schwarzenegger saying "Turbo Mine" over and over again. It's just like it's amazing.
wow.
So that's definitely like I think I was like 9 when that came out, like him and Sinbad. So
My word.
yeah,
So the last one I have is Christmas character. And since Jesus is off the board,
Yeah.
uh,
nerds.
I know. I have to go with the Grinch, especially since I didn't pick him for my movie. But yeah, specifically like Jim Carrey's Grinch is it's the best Christmas character.
That's fair. That's fair.
Even though he's technically against Christmas.
But he's
Until
a Christmas
spoiler,
character.
the end.
Okay, yeah. Spoiler if you haven't
Yeah.
ever seen that movie. Okay, last question because that was a wrap. But are there any honorable mentions that you had on your list that you didn't end up picking?
A weird one for Christmas, like food or dessert, was caramel corn, which,
Yeah.
like, I understand isn't like a Christmas food, but yeah, again, our mom makes caramel corn every year.
Do you
for
mean
Christmas.
caramel corn?
No,
Okay, yeah.
I don't mean caramel. Caramel.
Got mad. I'd go. One of my all-time favorite characters is Cousin Eddie from
Oh,
Christmas
yeah.
Vacation.
Nice.
Just man, he played that well. Randy Quaid, so
Mhm.
super funny.
That is fun. I think one of my movies that I didn't, because I went White Christmas, I love the Santa Claus, like the Tim Allen
Yeah.
Yeah,
Santa Claus movie. Honestly, all three of them, but that one's a good one.
That is good.
it is good.
Thank you.
And then it's not necessarily an honorable mention. It's one that I'm proud of no one for saying, because if you had, I was probably going to dog on you, but it's looking at Christmas lights.
Oh yeah,
I don't understand it.
No.
Oh, that's your no, is what you're saying?
I really don't.
Oh, can we do bad Christmas? Because like I got a lot of bad Christmas tradition, guys. I'm just saying we can do that. So
I mean, I did kind of set us on the path, but I don't understand it. Like, I get like the lights are cool, but if I'm like stuck in the car, because usually it's like, hey, everyone pile in this car,
Right.
and I'm stuck in the middle because I'm the youngest, even though I'm the biggest, and like I can't see anything, and I'm just like sitting there cramped, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool.
there's a neighborhood in Arlington that did this every year. It's like I mean I'm sure they still do it.
Interlocking.
Yep. And we would sit in the car for hours to do that.
Yeah.
And so it's just
Now I'm okay with. I totally agree. I'm okay with going to a house that's put the effort in to have
Yeah.
the whole soundtrack
Yes.
you tune your radio
Uh-huh.
to, and
That
you're
is
watching
pretty cool.
it's like, what in the world? And I'm also becoming a big fan of drones, like Christmas drone shows.
Those are cool.
It's just amazing.
Yeah.
yeah.
I've
the
never
drones.
been to one. I've only seen videos of it.
Mhm. Find one.
Okay, Tobin, do you have a no?
Oh man.
That was-
We need to limit him. It's like he could fill the next like 20 minutes.
I those old Christmas movies, like It's a Wonderful Life, couldn't stand it.
Oh.
I know like my stepdad won tickets to go to like a Alamo Draft House cinema, and he had the choice between that and Elf, and he chose his favorite movie, It's a Wonderful Life, and we were all like, no, I could see it, and so like we were all like, well, for him, we'll go, and it was so boring. I was the first one I'd ever seen it. I was just like,
You have
How
no
old were
heart.
you?
You have
Like
no heart. as a
38.
You have no heart.
It was a couple of years ago.
Oh wow.
No, I don't know. I I'm like that with a lot of things though. Like except for music, I don't really like old stuff. Like I'd rather watch the newer stuff.
What about the claymation movies? Like the original cartoon.
Rudolph?
Yeah, Rudolph.
I don't really watch them, but
Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Is Nightmare Before Christmas
Mhm.
a Christmas movie?
I mean, it has
it's in
Christmas
the
in the
title.
name.
I mean,
You
right?
know what? Yeah, that's my no. I don't. Tim Burton stuff is weird.
I've never seen that movie.
You haven't?
I
My kids liked it. My kids liked it.
I watched it for
My
the first
youngest
time last
loved
year.
it.
It was good.
I've heard it's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched it though for Halloween.
Oh,
Weirdly enough.
Oh, okay, fair.
'Cause
My
it works
youngest
as
loves
both.
it. It's really weird. Like it's all Tim Burton stuff's kind of on that
Mhm.
weird side.
Yeah.
So, but
My other no, if I had to pick a no for a song, I am not a Little Drummer Boy fan.
Oh.
for King and Country though.
Okay, that's
Rum-pum-pum
fair. That's a
version,
little
amazing.
different, but the Rum Pum Pum Pums is a
Sure, yeah, the
is
old school.
a lot.
But
How an ox and a lamb can keep time.
Yes.
I mean, come on.
well, and then it's the like Tim Hawkins bit where he breaks down the lyrics of like someone get him a blanket. Like, like there's kids
This
in
baby's
the cold
trying to-
starving and this kid's just playing his drum. Should we not have given him something better?
Or he's trying to sleep. Why are you playing a
Yeah,
drum?
It's so good.
I'll play my drum for you. And yeah,
there are some bad Christmas songs out there.
For sure.
There's some real bad ones.
Mary, did you know is up there that we had we had one. It was maybe my like junior senior year. We're playing. It's football practice, and we have someone up there that films the practice for us. And it's later in the year, so it's like later in the season. It's about November, and we're up there watching film, and the sound is on, and we hear, "Mary, did you know?" And the kid who was recording, like up there, I guess just got bored and just had it stuck in his head and started
Wow.
singing and didn't know it would be up there for all of us watching film. And the coach, we just lost it. And the coach just had to then mute every film that we watched for the rest of the season.
That's a one that I think everybody kind of cracks on because it's very unbiblical. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, she did. She
Yeah.
talked to the angel. Like,
Yeah.
If I've got to know from a movie perspective, it's any Hallmark movie.
yes, agreed.
Yes.
I know.
I love
I
Hallmark
know.
movies.
I just, man, same
Yep.
storyline, sometimes same actors.
There's one about the Chiefs this year.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Wow, they're staying fresh.
Yeah.
They are.
Props to you.
That's my parents love
I can't
Hallmark
do
movies,
those.
and so whenever
Dad
I felt
does.
bad enough, that's fair. Yeah. When I felt bad enough, like in high school, because like especially after Karlie and Colby graduated, I'm like, I need to go spend time with my parents,
Such a good
but they're
boy.
watching Hallmark movies, and so like I started trying to pass the time by like guessing. Well, we all know how it's going to end.
Mm.
Sure.
But I would try to guess like 5 minutes into the movie, like how are we going to get there? Who's going to be the
fight?
person
Yeah.
who hates Christmas? You know, what's going to be the driving force that gets them together? And so
Mm.
I've heard of people that will pause the movie at 5 minutes to make it more fun.
Oh, wow.
And then each
Okay,
person
I would
watching
do
it
that.
If you can make a
guesses.
game out of it,
Yeah.
I might be.
I
into
would
so
do
you
that.
need like a bingo card
There you
of
go. Yeah.
Mhm.
the kooky best friend, the small town,
See?
the person from a
make
small
it-
town.
Yeah, that'd be good. Make it a
who
bingo card.
lived in the big city and lost their job and
Oh.
comes home, Christmas tree farm.
That's all I want to work on is a Christmas tree farm.
Yeah, there's for sure a script and an outline that they all follow.
That could be, we're throwing in some great traditions.
Yeah.
Original. Bingo card Hallmark movie.
Mm.
Yeah, because you know it's going to be good, clean fun.
Yeah. Wow.
No.
Are you getting paid?
Yeah.
Yes, by Hallmark.
Sponsored by Hallmark.
Sleeper
Let's
agent.
try.
Well, as we wrap up in this Christmas season, we hope that you have a chance to rest, to take a break, to take a deep breath, to be with family and friends, and hopefully find a new tradition or two
Yeah.
that you can do with your teenagers.
Good.
If you have teenagers in your home, I think we've said this in previous Christmas episodes, but invite them into the process of planning Christmas. Let them pick a new tradition or an activity or something that they want to plan and do for your family, because that's going to just get that extra level of buy-in.
Mhm.
And so from Teen Life and the Teen Life podcast, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Oh.
This is really cool.